right, man. Let's talk about Canelo and John Ryder. Um, Canelo didn't stop John Ryder. Um, now people saying Canelo passed his prime. Um, yeah, we got the fire reaction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. In my opinion on it, dude, I watched the highlights. Um, honestly, this got Vegas screamed all over it. Probably a lot of money came in on Canelo in round betting, group round betting, and for the KO. And this screamed Vegas. He hit him with a right hand and split his mouth, his face open, his nose, busted his nose early on. And John Ryder is a career. I think he was a career middleweight. But the thing about it is, I seen people posting like, "Oh man, he got stopped by I forget who it was." Pull it up. It was like he got stopped by this guy. It shows that stoppage was premature, and well, a lot of things go into a boxing match that y'all guys don't know about, bro. Like and I had to learn this. Oh man, he stopped him, and he couldn't stop him, and this means and all this stuff. So John Ryder had been stopped once with 6 losses coming into this fight. He lost by unanimous decision to Callum Smith back in 2000. Let me not speak on it. You guys can see it. Let me. Here we go. I'm gonna break this down. Because I had to learn this watching boxing, right? So he did beat Zach Parker, right? Callum Smith, he defeated Callum Smith defeated him unanimous decision. Then he lost to Rocky Fielding by split decision. He lost to a dude named Jack Arnfield. He got stopped by Nick Blackwell, which people were saying it was premature, and it shows that this was premature. He fought Nick Blackwell at 160. Lost to Billy Joe Saunders. Okay. So, when you talk about him being stopped early in his career by Nick Blackwell or whatever, what people don't understand too is that, it could have been a weight cut. It could have been a lack of financial support while he was fighting. His training camp expenses might not have been there. The worst Canelo, he made $4 million last night. So, or that's what he got. The purses videos coming. But yeah, man, could have been a number of things, bro, that Ryder was going through. And now you got a Canelo fight. It's more expensive. Training camp get upgraded. He ain't got to weigh in at 160. He was saying that he didn't like heat. He didn't like standing in the sauna, and he didn't want to cut weight to 160 no more, and all that stuff. So, now he got an extra 8 pounds. He more durable. He could take a shot. You training for Canelo. Now your training camp might more expensive. So a lot of times people don't understand, like, the fighters who don't have a big financial push behind them. They, I know guys that was fighting on Showtime and Showbox and shit that was working at 9 to 5. They was in construction and also had to fuck around and train. They just couldn't focus on training. So that's a huge advantage. So it's so much that go into these fights that BoxRec don't talk about. That when you start talking about stoppages and all that type shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he stopped him. He should have stopped him. And I think Vegas had something to do with it as well too. Just my humble opinion. Everybody thought the stoppage was gonna be there for Canelo and John Ryder, but it wasn't. And credit to him. But that's the extra weight. You know what I'm saying? The extra weight probably happened. The extra expenses in training camp probably helped him. He was able to get better nutrition and a number of things. So that's something that goes into it. And I'm gonna talk about a little bit later is Canelo, kind of past his prime or whatever. But yeah, Canelo did what he wanted to do. He took his time in there. He was able to plant and throw power punches, and Ryder hurt him with a hook. It looked like, but this is a fight. Ryder's on a world class level. To me, some of his punches didn't look like they had the snap on them, but that was credit to Canelo. Throwing big shots, and Canelo not doing what Canelo supposed to do versus John Ryder. They got people thinking. They got people thinking, bro. So Um, but he beat him up. He beat him up. He didn't close the show versus Callum Smith neither. He did not close the show versus Callum Smith, and his punches had a lot of snap on him last night. I will say his punches had a tremendous amount of snap on him last night. So, um, you know, he threw a lot of repetitive combinations too. Canelo load up on his shots, and um, with his lack of footwork, he can't really find the angles. You know what I'm saying? He can't really find the angles that he can't really find them angles a lot of the times. And if he had better footwork and he stepped to the side, I think he would have. I think he would have found better angles. To be honest, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on it. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, but for Ryder, I mean, he did what he did. He showed a tremendous amount of heart. Um, he was brought there to be a sacrificial lamb, which he didn't play the role. He didn't play the role, and he gave the fans what they wanted to see. He gave the fans what they wanted to see. So you can't get 100% mad at that. But Canelo been rumored to have knee problems. You know, you've been hearing little things. Even talking about his hand was hurting. He getting older. That man got a lot of fights. No matter how old you are. You know what I'm saying? Look at the mileage on it, the odometer. That man got 61 fights. You know, um, but of course he on the down slope. 61 fights. I mean, nobody probably in this generation gonna have 61 fights as far as the top fighter, regardless of how you feel. Some guys that turned professional at 16 in Mexico too, who won't have 64 fights. He's 32 years old, so I mean, you know, so. But I expected a stoppage. But with Vegas involved, they had to get their money somehow. You know what I'm saying? They had to get their money somehow. They had to get their money somehow. So, but hey, it is what it is. But by him wanting to fight, Rocky Fielding and those guys and stuff, I ain't sure about all that. I ain't sure about all that, but it's up to him. It's up to him. It is up to him, but I definitely seen a decline in his performance, but I'll speak on that in another video. But I mean, you pressure dude on the ropes all day. The thing about it is Rocky Fielding, he didn't see some of them uppercuts that was being thrown, but Rocky Fielding was able to brace. He was able to brace for some of them shots. The Canelo Alvarez, when you load up, you can't really hide your shots as well. You know, so he's working the body, working up and down. But then when you go up in weight, you supposed to lose power. You supposed to lose power going up in weight. So his footwork stops him from kind of like being a very very complete. It stops him from being as complete as he really can be. I say that because had he been able to pivot and turn and then find another angle, he wasn't so flat-footed, I think he probably could have got the stoppage. But like I said, he loads up with his shots, and that gives his opponent an opportunity to roll and brace and all that stuff. So I kind of like to see him shoot shine a little bit more, because he ain't gonna learn to pivot and step over. Um, but yeah, Rocky Fielding kept it entertaining. It was just how much punishment can he take, and he took a lot of punishment. Fought with a broken nose, earned a lot of respect, and I think some people gonna want to see him in the ring again. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live drop videos. Check out the fire reaction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.